agenda of the EU?
There is nothing on the agenda of the EU about Uganda. What you are talking about is the parliament.
Yes.
The European Union Parliament. Even by their own treaties of the European Union, the parliament does not carry out foreign policy. Our foreign policy is done with the European Union Commission, the European External Action Service, and the High Representative represented here by the EU ambassador. The EU Parliament is like the Ugandan Parliament. It's like the Ugandan Parliament committing about elections in Netherlands, for example. So actually what has been happening is a storm in a teacup, whereby our sovereignty, we didn't ask the European Union Parliament to validate our elections. Basically what they are doing is politics. They have nothing to do with our elections. And you introduced by saying that Honorable Kyagulanyi addressed summits. He didn't address summits. He addressed small NGO meetings that are online.
The Geneva summit
the
is
Geneva is no, come on, it's not a summit. It's a human rights meeting for NGOs and individuals. It's not a summit of member states.
By its coding, it was billed as a big summit that attracted human rights activists, political leaders, and several other key players globally.
It was, I'm glad you're using the word billed. It was hyped. And, you know, they can say what they want to say. It's an NGO forum. Our government was, didn't take part. We have, where the real decisions on foreign policy are made is through the European Union Commission.
Ambassador, it's quite baffling that you're very dismissive, yet you're very cognizant with diplomatic practices. You've seen the European Union Parliament,
I'm telling you,
having the issue of Uganda on their agenda.
Our foreign policy is not conducted with the European Union Parliament. We are familiar with the European Union architecture and their treaties. The European Union Parliament gives their views, but has nothing to do with our relationship. Our relationship with the European Union is 50 years old, growing stronger. You can look at the figures. Our trade is improving. We don't have any dealings with the European Union Parliament.
Okay. Does Parliament prompt action?
No, not action based on falsehoods and biases. The real European Union people who are in charge of foreign policy know what is happening in Uganda, and we're engaging them. And the relationship is vibrant. Can you imagine? Yesterday there was a parliamentary union hearing, the March build where we were invited, flopped. 3 members of parliament of the European Union.
It wasn't an invitation,
3.
It was a summon.
No. You can't be summoned. No parliament in the world has the authority to summon a sovereign country. It was an invitation for a workshop that flopped yesterday. 3 members of parliament of the European Union took part. And the representative of the European Union Commission talked about
The EU Parliament resolves to summon, and then you call it an invitation to a workshop.
Yeah, it was akin to a workshop, because they cannot summon us for anything. They cannot summon us. They don't have legal authority. They don't have political authority. Summon any country, in the sovereign country. What they did, they were organizing a workshop that was badly structured. We don't mind. I attend workshops in New York, but they have to be well organized and respectful.
Okay. Besides spinning, let's look at it that Uganda is being discussed on the ugly side.
No. First of all, the first hearing was built. It was not only Uganda. It was also Iran and Uganda and another country.
So it was not about Uganda.
It was not about Uganda. It was not about Uganda. By a European. Let's continue here what it is. Let's call it what it is. It's a European Union Parliament that has nothing to do with foreign policy, that is doing politics, and we really have nothing to do with that institution. What we have other European Union institutions like the Commission, the external services that we really deal with. Our relationship is really very vibrant with the European Union. So it's a storm in the teacup. And again, it's lack of context. And I'm surprised people like you are taking this as a big deal.
Okay. One of the mandates of the EU Parliament is to defend human rights globally. And they're raising a red flag on issues that border on human rights here in Uganda.
No. Their mandate is
yes,
their mandate.
It's the mandate. EU is one of the lead benefactors of Uganda.
Let me tell you, the world has changed. The world is less Eurocentric. I chair the non-aligned movement where I sit. Developing countries are asserting themselves. We want to have respectful relationship with other parts of the world, including the European Union, including America. So when you still have a parliament that still lives in the past, it will be left on the west side. Countries are rating differently. Condescending relationships are of the past.
When we need their aid, they are good.
No,
when they talk about the human rights.
Well, the aid is not charity.
But I thought aid is paid on the records.
No. That is, I think we're talking about a bygone era now. We're replacing aid at a fast rate with trade. And trade is mutually beneficial. When we sell our coffee to the European Union, we get income that buys their planes. Uganda Airlines bought Airbus. You know how much we spent on Airbus? That helps the European Union citizens with employment. We're actually donors as well now through trade. This bygone era of aid is gone. It's actually almost non-existent.
Okay. Among the things that Bobi Wine is vouching for is sanctions on leaders from the president to the CDF to others. How significant is it?
Good try. That is a way of looking at things that don't work. Sanctions on political leaders of other countries is not the way we conduct foreign relations. And I'm glad that he is talking to an irrelevant institution in the European Union architecture, which is the Parliament. The European Union Commission, irrelevant when it comes to foreign policy. Dealings with the European Union. I'm glad the European Union Commission, which is our interlocutor, which conducts foreign policy with the EU, they actually even issued a very measured statement after the elections. And we continue to discuss whatever challenges came out of the elections with the relevant institution, which is the European Union Commission.
I have the statement from EES. You cannot call it measured. It was specific. It went deep. It went down to the issues that affected the election.
We are willing to discuss those, and they are the relevant institution.
Now they've gotten to the EU Parliament.
No, but
they've gotten to the platform.
Don't try to smuggle in the European Union Parliament in this discussion. They are irrelevant. We are dealing with the European Union Commission with the statement they issued. We think it's balanced, and it's a basis of engagement going forward with them. Don't try to bring in. Parliament has nothing to do with foreign policy when it comes to third-party countries like Uganda. So we conduct our foreign relations with the European Union Commission.
When it comes to discussing the flaws or the evils of government, then they have crossed the red line. When it comes to them being charitable, then they are...
We don't live in the world of charity anymore. When it comes to mutual interest. When it comes to peace and security...
they are donors, aren't they?
The
EU
donor
is a donor.
Yeah, is a partner.
They are donors.
No. We don't use that word anymore. We use partners.
Simply speaking, do we receive donations from the EU?
No.
Does Uganda receive donations from the EU?
No. We receive support.
Yes.
And support is different from donations.
It's donor support.
We receive support that is mutually agreed upon through the relevant institution. We value their support. But we don't take everything they give us. No, it's not semantics. I can tell you how we conduct business. We conduct business with the European Union through the European Union Commission, and the support is discussed. It's not imposed. It's not like you are beggars, here is the money. No, we actually reject some of the offers. Their choices. We make with them. We discuss. When it comes, our priorities, for example, trade, infrastructure. When they align with the European Union and the other partner, we are good to go. So the era, I've given you an example. Us buying Airbus planes, millions of euros from your taxes. That's trade. We are transferring wealth to the Europeans. That's the relationship we are looking forward to, and that's the relationship we are working on, not condescending, irrelevant statements from the parliament.
Okay, where are the facts? Or where are the falsehoods in the things that they're discussing? They are discussing issues to do with human rights abuses, gross, that have been highlighted across several platforms.
Kagwa, is Uganda a sovereign country?
Yes, it is.
Sovereignty means making mistakes as well. So when you leave your father's house and become independent, you are entitled to make mistakes as well. Okay. And those mistakes can be corrected by your sovereignty. So they have internal challenges in the European Union. Lots of challenges that deal with governance, that deal with the way their society is run, but nobody tells them how to address them. We want that equal sovereignty.